see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on it.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. With me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. Here's the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Code. Bro, what's good? Uh-oh. All right. It seems as if he is frozen. So until he gets back online, right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming you to the Monday Night Block Party, baby. As we are getting ready for the main event of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Oh damn, where you at? Where you at? All right, okay. Buddy froze. But with that being said, man, shout out to everybody, man, that's tuned in tonight. There we go. Hold on. Is he back on? There we go.
There we go. Something on my end. We good though. We good in the hood. We back.
Yeah, I say, damn, where you go? You know, you was over there froze.
For some reason, I can't see the comments. My comment thing ain't coming up. What's up?
Ain't no comments, because ain't no comments yet.
Well, no, I mean, like I can't see nothing though. Like it's telling me it ain't even connected. Like the server IP couldn't even be found. Like that's.
You said the server couldn't be found.
What's going down? Like, hold on.
Yeah, because you on my side.
I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna chill and we're gonna do what we do, man. What's good, man? It's the Monday Night Block Party, man. It's your king, it's the franchise, it's your boys, man. What it do?
Yes, sir,
man.
Rusev, you know what I'm saying? We in there like swimwear.
The Redeemer's return has been very mid return.
Very mid. And you know what? It's crazy because we're finally seeing him in a main event. Dude, so his first time around, he kind of had a decent push, then kind of fell off towards the end, which is why we got him at AEW. We talk about the influx of talent in and out. We got AEW talent coming over now. We got AAA talent coming over. We got the partnership with TNA. Dude, Rusev, do you see him being more than just a mid-card guy in WWE in this next stint right here? Like, is there still time to redeem the Redeemer?
If they got time to push him in a spotlight that's gonna take him out of the mid-card scene. If not, he's in the same spot he was before he left.
Okay. That's right now. Who we got? Oh, we got Sheamus on the way out. So what's this? The Fatal 4-Way? If I'm not mistaken, this is for
the men's King of the Ring tournament. This the Fatal 4-Way. This where Jay, who just lost the world championship, got tossed right back into it. To get another, they had to find something to do with Jay because they didn't want Rikishi getting on their ass. So he's in this Fatal 4-Way match for the King of the Ring tournament, and Gunther's gonna fight Goldberg at Saturday night main event. They're not even fighting in Saudi. They're gonna fight Saturday night main event on July 20th.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even realize that. My ass thought they was over there in Saudi. So this is gonna be for the Saturday night's main event.
Yep. That's gonna be in Atlanta.
You know what else is funny? Speaking of comebacks and returns and happenings. So when I sent you that, when I sent you that meme of Triple H, and remember so this is before I even thought about the whole Grand Slam Mexico or whatever the hell got AEW got going on. I'm like, hey, bro, Angela and Humberto or whatever, they the brand new, AAA tag team champions. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I seen that WWE and AAA gonna do a joint show later on in July, not realizing, oh shit, they literally going to Mexico a week after AEW do their big special. I said, bruh, it can't get any more obvious at this point. Like, it was already obvious before, but now it's just like, all right, bro.
I mean, it's obvious on the July 12th. Like, dude, you got 3 events.
Yeah.
3 events.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You couldn't have picked another better weekend. You had to have that weekend. You had to have that weekend. Like,
bruh. They trying to take the Mexicans from us too, man. Like they trying to WWE trying to take everything. They said everything. Oh shit!
You conglomerating everything. That's the sad part, though.
My
Conglomerating on everything, but hey, nobody's got a problem with it because it's WWE doing it. But,
we know the GOW, man. We're gonna call a spade a spade. We're gonna call it how we sees it.
Hey, but the people don't see it that way, even though y'all just complained about another company doing that shit. But I digress. We don't need to go down that road. We don't have to cross that bridge. All right. We can stay away from that bridge.
Oh. You mean we ain't there? We ain't there yet?
We ain't there. We ain't gotta wait till we get to cross that bridge to have that conversation.
Hey, what my boy say? Don't push me cause I'm close to the edge.
Shit, man. We ain't gotta do all that, man. But I'm just saying, we're gonna see how this all works out.
Oh man, hey bro. So speaking of returns, our girl, man, and I really couldn't wait to talk to you about this, man. Our girl Oscar, 13 months out of action due to knee surgery and just a host of stuff going on. But hey, man, our girl, she came back, she won. We talked about the women of NXT, Triple H's Big Four, where you had Rhea, Bianca, Raquel, and there was one more person that I can't think of right now. But anyway, we were talking about, hey, man, what are we going to do with Raquel? Because Rhea's been getting pushed. Bianca's been getting pushed. Raquel's been kind of in that forever tag. Well, guess what? Tonight in the fatal 4-way for the women, we had Rhea getting her comeuppance on Raquel. We set that whole thing up. Bro, look like the Judgment Day is going to finally implode. With all that, maybe with all that, or maybe it could be a new iteration of the Judgment Day, Judgment Day 3.0. But with all that being said, man, Oscar returning. Want to get your thoughts on that? Rhea versus Raquel. What are your thoughts on that?
Oscar returning. Glad to see her returning.
Yeah,
definitely missed her. Just missed her whole persona. I'm glad to see her. She looked good in the ring. Didn't look too bad. The match wasn't that bad. Raquel, man, look here. You know what, man? I don't want to spoil your hype because you tried to hype her up, but man, it ain't there.
Ooh.
I don't think it's going to ever be there.
Ooh.
It is what it is. It happens to some. She's never going to be looked at as nothing more than Liv second best.
Okay.
I don't think there's ever anything she can do unless it's with Rhea. I don't think she can do anything on her own. Make people look at her the way they look at her. Okay. I honestly, I think and honestly, with the flux of everyone else coming in, it's only a matter of time. Right now, she's relevant because she's with Liv, she's with the Judgment Day, and she's a tag team champion. Take those titles off of her, get her out of Judgment Day. Let's see what you do with Liv. Let's see what you do with Raquel then.
Okay. Hey, I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit up here and try to even fight you on this one because I agree. I was kind of watching the match tonight and like, all right, man, he might have a point. He might have a point.
It ain't there, but that's the reason why I keep bringing up all these people coming in because it's like I'm all right. I'm seeing who's there. I'm seeing what you're doing, but once everybody else starts getting into the groove and you start utilizing them more, where are you placing them? Where are you putting them? What are they doing?
Right,
You know?
right.
So yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Hey man, speaking of C, so we got Becky Lynch. You know, she made
Mm.
her and Bailey. It's official like a referee whistle, man. Next week is going down to Chinatown. These two women, they're fighting for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, bro. Do you care about this? Now that we actually got it, you called it. You already said, "Hey, look, you know, Becky beating Lyra was going to eventually set up to Bailey versus Becky in hopes that maybe Bailey would do it." Well, what are your thoughts, man? Because I'm gonna be honest, right now I'm really not feeling it. It's still early in the build, but I'm just not really feeling it.
Well, I think that because it could have been the story, it could have been the build, it could have been Bailey's promo. You know, that's one thing about Bailey's promo. Sometimes she can go a little too long. She can say a little
Yeah,
bit too much. Uh, Sometimes you can feel it and then you can lose it all at the same
yeah,
time. And then Becky didn't really come out making no better. Like to me, it just like they said a whole bunch of stuff, but it didn't feel the way I think we know it could. And
right, right.
I think we just want to see it just to see it. It's Becky versus Bailey for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. It's two legit people going after a brand new title. And then of course you got Valkyria feeling some type of way because Bailey didn't got another opportunity. Look here, you gonna get your opportunity, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously you forget this is a business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying, so, it is what it is. You want that work, you can get that work. I give it to you, no problem. I ain't Becky. I ain't gonna run from it. I give it to you. When I beat you, don't be mad. Oh, you stole my title. I didn't steal your title. You lost. I beat her, and I got an opportunity. Yeah. If I'd have fought at WrestleMania, guess what? It'd have been me and you tag team champions still,
Come
not
on.
you and Becky. So get over yourself. Get over yourself. But we know how that's gonna work out.
Oh man, hey look, hey look, you up here, you got all the answers tonight, man. You got all the answers, you know.
Man, look, I'm just pointing out the thing that everybody else is watching and what they seeing, man. I don't wanna come off not saying something that's far fetched or what's in my own opinion. Man, I'm seeing what everybody else is seeing. I'm just speaking it out loud. That's all.
Hey
That's
man,
all.
my man said, "Is the grass green? Is the grass green?"
Hey, shit. We still questioning how green it is for some.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Right now, man, we got Bronson Reed out here getting running into the LED board. Jay Uso trying to figure out something. Rusev is on the floor. Everybody laid out.
Mm,
Of course, Rusev was crawled in his way. So I don't know what the hell Jay thought that was gonna be.
bro, what in the? Oh man, I, I don't.
They seem all over the place. I mean, I can understand for it because with the people you have in the ring, you're looking for chaotic.
Yeah,
But this don't look like a controlled chaos. This look like a I don't I yeah this I don't know. This don't feel right, but it's still okay. And I think that's the thing because it's WWE, we're just like, still accepting that certain things are just okay. But I think that man, I think there's a lot that folks are just and some folks are really seeing it like, man, WWE is WWE. It's always gonna be that, but man, it is not what it could be. It's not what it's supposed to really be.
you know what? Because I think WWE, it's kind of like McDonald's, man. It's kind of like McDonald's, right? McDonald's, growing up, man, going to McDonald's, that used to be an adventure. McDonald's, a
Oh
Pizza
yeah.
Hut, McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, and all that shit. $5 for a long Subway and all that shit. Hey, one would say, man, God damn it, hell, even Olive Garden at one point was considered fine dining.
Man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying
like
about that, man. You ain't
like
said
if you
nothing
can go,
wrong yet.
like if you can go to Olive Garden, Applebee's back in the day, bro, you had a couple bucks. You was
Now that's
somebody.
every night. Now that's it
Yeah.
every night.
That's a board meal. Hey, honey, I don't feel like cooking. Hey, you want some Applebee's?
Nah, yeah, that's all right. Fuck it.
Hey, and for the whole
Mhm.
family.
You want that 2 for 25? Let's get two for 20 for 25s, and then we'll everybody eat for about $50, and then that's dinner. There you go.
Come on, now, come on. But I say this to say this about WWE. You know, I think WWE has been the standard for so long that people willingly, as much as we criticize WWE, we let a lot of shit I mean the general public, let WWE slide with a lot of shit because we've been brainwashed and conditioned to believe that WWE is the end all be all. And this is one of the things where I say the
And it
pandemic.
is, and it is.
It is, but I think more so now than ever, you also see that there are other alternatives. There are other territories. There are other places to get your wrestling fix. Like, okay, I would say the one genre of entertainment slash sport that has benefited from the pandemic has been professional wrestling. Because when basketball was insufferable, when football was insufferable, when baseball and you didn't really know what was going on with hockey, all of these other major sports leagues, it was kind of really hard to watch. And they tried to make do with the bubble and all that shit, but it was terrible. But even with WWE, with the Performance Center and the screens and the AEW with their little makeshift crowd, wrestling thrived. Wrestling thrived because now you had all these companies that, you know what I'm saying, was kind of flying under the radar that you had to be a hardcore fan to know about because of the pandemic. Now you have companies like AEW and TNA reaching out on a broader scale. So that's how we got the Thunder Roses and all these other talent that we probably wouldn't have seen on American television when we did as often as we did. So then we know when WWE, and remember, WWE was also on the shitter back then because WWE was still putting out bullshit. You know, then Roman Reigns kind of came in and that whole thing kind of saved them, and then they kind of built from there. But during the pandemic, bro, AEW was like always shitting on WWE still, and we thought the AEW was gonna go under.
I mean, well, I mean, they were shitting on them, but that was Cody and them, and we knew what that was.
Yeah,
That was Vince signing up a whole bunch of talent so nobody would be able to sign anywhere. Because remember, he resigned so many people, and then what did he do months later? Released them all. So it was like, bro, at that point, the shit talking wasn't even what it was supposed to be about. It was about something else. But the whole thing about for me with everything that WWE is doing,
yeah,
as cool as some people are saying, you know, it makes, you know, it's what we want. It's not what I want.
yeah,
I don't need WWE to go buy all the damn companies.
right.
Like that's the thing for me. I don't need them to buy AAA, work with AAA. I don't
Yeah,
need you to try to, you know, plunder and pick and and take away from TNA. Work with TNA. I mean, AEW didn't just take from TNA. They didn't take from TNA. Like, yeah, they let their wrestlers come on and wrestle. That to me, big name people left TNA and just came straight to AEW. That's not what happened. Like, yeah, Kenny Omega held their belt. He held their belt for a while, and then when it was time for them to, okay, we need to do a few things. You come on. You had quite a few matches with quite a few people. You helped
right.
bring some attention to, because also that was also that time for TNA where they were coming up because people were seeing the quality in their work, but
Yeah,
it was the help of AEW. And then
yeah,
you set it up where a guy like Christian Cage, who had a TNA career, very well known TNA career, who the man had never lost. And this man becomes TNA world champion again, and then he goes there and then he loses to Chris Sabian. So Chris Sabian, who's an original TNA guy, can be world heavyweight champion. So
yeah,
it had its it had its purpose and service for them, and it had its purpose and service for AEW at the same. I mean, for TNA at the same time, but it ain't like damn Tony Khan went out there trying to buy every damn body, man. He working with everybody, man. He ain't trying to buy everybody up, man.
You
Like,
know,
God
do you know who WWE, and we going historical here? Do you know who WWE remind me of?
damn.
Oh, walk with me here, Lord. I mean, no offense. WWE is Christopher Columbus and all the other territories are the Indians. And you know what WWE do? WWE came over with they blankets. WWE came over with they ships. WWE came over with their guns, and they walked into these people's houses. Hey, how you doing, sir? Hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. We would love to stay here and coexist with you. And you know what they did, bro? They gave them blankets full of smallpox, and then everybody that didn't die, they brought them on over there to the WWE main roster.
Come on over here where it's healthy.
Bro,
where we got cures to shit.
Bruh, WWE is like the Jimmy Iovine, the Clive Davis, the Suge Knight of the wrestling world, okay?
They've been for a long time, man. They don't know how else to be nothing else but that.
Bruh, when you look at it, bro, like think of WWE and think of America, right? Like, bro, America, we're arrogant. We're very boastful about ourselves, right? WWE the same way, bro. Oh, none of these other companies fucking matter. But we're gonna partner with you. But here go the catch. We're gonna partner with you, but we're gonna have our white guy that plays a Mexican beat the Mexican on the Mexican promotion to celebrate Mexican heritage.
That's great TV.
Because in the words of Richard Man, that's
good shit. That's good shit.
It's like when Hollywood cast movies. You got all these, you got all these niggas in America, you know what I'm saying, real full-fledged African Americans, and then you find out that your favorite actor is like British. It's like, bro,
but them British actors, man, they be doing it.
They up. Hey, shout out to them. But it's like, bro, you got all these Latinos, bro. You just had to go pick this pale man, put him in a mask. Gracias. Now, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying.
That's that they served this purpose at some point, but Jey Uso about to win the match with the moves he couldn't beat Gunther with. I mean, at the same time, you have others that can. Braun Breaker coming out, causing Jay to pushing them off. I mean, it's you right. You right. First and foremost, you right. You ain't said nothing wrong, and what you said, everything was spot on because that is how it's always been. You see more of it now, actually trying to have the right representation, but at the same time, it still does feel that way about WWE.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna colonizing the territories.
No matter how crazy your analogy started off.
You did like the smallpox blankets analogy.
I didn't realize you was going on Christopher Columbus like that. Oh shit, Penta missed, but he hit him with the suicide dive.
Bro, but think about it. Think about it, bro. Christopher Columbus sailed from Spain. He landed on land that already had people. He founded Triple H. He was in America. He went over to Mexico and all these other places, and he went to colonize with NXT Mexico. Oh, let me buy Triple A first. You know?
Oh shit, LA Knight.
Oh,
everybody just bombing the show tonight, man. They trying to help Jay win. Another spear on Braun. Okay, there's another person missing in this match. Sheamus is out there. Rusev is out there. Oh, yeah, that was it. Hey, Uso with his ribs taped. His ribs taped full. He get
the tsunami. Remember, Bronson Reed hit his ass with that tsunami.
Oh, I didn't remember. You know it because Gunther probably took them off of him in the match last week. I forgot that they were on him. So I'm like, man, what the hell? Your ribs taped full, bro. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey, now I want to know if Rikishi gonna apologize after this. I'm sorry, Triple H.
No, ain't no I'm sorry. You took the title off my boy for Goldberg. Who the hell is Goldberg? Hell no. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all, man.
My thing is, bro, I don't care to see Gunther versus Goldberg. That's the thing.
Either. I don't either. Do not either. Whatsoever. Not at all. There ain't nothing about it as we got Seth Rollins coming out. Not even sure what for.
Now
the world champion is earlier.
Now you know what I would have. You know what to me would have probably been better if you did Goldberg versus John Cena. I would have did that because we've never had that. Goldberg
Not
versus.
only you never have that, but you got a retirement match with it's a match you can throw away where it's like, damn, could Goldberg beat Johnson?
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Cena just beat Goldberg. It's
yeah,
like, damn, because they both retiring, but it's like that would have definitely been something to do instead
yeah.
of it being after Gunther, but Gunther, you got to have I mean, what the hell is going on? What the hell is this
Bruh.
WrestleMania?
Cody
We got
Rhodes
Cody
coming
coming out with Cody. What the hell? Did I miss something? You know what? I didn't watch SmackDown, so maybe I missed something. Now, John Cena coming out? Oh no, that'll cost him an appearance. So no, he ain't coming out. That'll cost an appearance. You can't do that. He only got what 17 left.
17,
like, bro,
yeah.
how the hell you,
6 months,
bro?
and 5 of them are on fucking pay-per-views that are back to back to back.
Dude, he's gonna show up once a month. He's gonna show up once a month, and maybe a couple of weeks in between there. 6 months, nah, bro.
So apparently, SmackDown is his last appearance until Crown Jewel or whatever the hell it is that they doing over there, Saudi.
Against R-Truth?
Yeah.
Is that for the title or is it just a regular match?
So from what I know, it's just a regular match. They didn't say it was a title.
All right, man. We'll see. Shit, we gonna all right. We go. All right. We'll see what that do, man. Right now, it's Cody Rhodes came out to help Jay. Got Rollins and them on the outside. Hey, man, can I ask a question, man? Why is Paul Heyman being passed around like a pack of cigarettes?
Bruh.
Why is there no emphasis on managers anymore? People that can talk, like the true emphasis of a real manager.
But that's what you and I we were talking, man. You know what, we need to do a show on managers because that's what you and I were talking about a few weeks ago, bro. Like we talked about the great managers, how sometimes the managers were almost as over or more over than the fucking wrestler.
Which, and again, and it wasn't too much of an issue because you would want that because you if you hated that manager that much and you hated the person that they represented, that made you feel some type of way about that person. If that person was good enough, then cool. But if they weren't, they were. It was what it was. Oh, that's why it's Cody Rhodes versus Jay in the semifinal. I didn't even realize Cody Rhodes was even in this damn tournament.
I didn't either.
I like, where the hell did they put him in the damn tournament? I didn't even realize he was in it. So it's gonna be Jay versus Cody. Oh, okay. That's why he came out. But I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a lack of that manager to help push superstars, to kind of help make a person look larger than life. I mean, Rusev didn't really need to come out and talk, but if what's the name came out and did his introduction and talked for him, bruh, you can't tell me that wouldn't have been enough. You couldn't tell me that wouldn't have been enough. That would have been enough for me. Because Rusev already did enough. Rusev does enough in the ring for me to buy what you're saying as the manager.
And that's the thing, like how many times, bro, like when you watching, like, all right, when you get ready for a big boxing match, you watching, get ready for a big MMA match. How often, bro, when you see like, you know what I'm saying, like at the press conferences, bro, half the time it don't even be the fighters that fucking make you want to see the fight. It be their entourages, it be their managers, it be their cornermen. They be hyping them up, talking the most shit. And like, bro, you be looking at the cornerman like, bro, you be the first one to get your ass beat. But they yeah, my guy right here, he'll knock the Chick-fil-A out your ass. You know, he'll knock the red water
Polynesian sauce, boy. What you talking about?
Yeah. Extra dip, bitch. You know, yeah. So he'll knock the red waters out your ass. You know? Boy, he'll fold you like a pack of Kim's wings.
Hell no, man.
Hey, so that boy leave you leaking like a box of Angela Mills. Come on.
Oh shit, boy, leave you all oily. Grease everywhere.
Oh man. But no, but
I feel you.
But it's funny because I was watching what's that? It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace, they podcast.
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about wrestlers and managers back in the day. And so the question was asked to Cameron. He like, hey, with like Snoop and Shaq and all these other popular figures that's try their hand in the ring. Would you ever consider wrestling? He said, man, fuck all that. I ain't trying to run the ropes to take them bumps. But he said, I will be a manager. And he started naming all the old managers, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Jimmy Hart, and so on and so forth, Sensational Sherry, and all these people. And he was like, yo, that's what I do because I'm a shit talker. And he said the same thing. He like, bro, the shit talking make the match. He like, ain't nothing more intimidating than like, prime example, Brock Lesnar, big burly, even before Brock started showing personality, just big, goony ass, just big behemoth, fucking Aryan looking motherfucker. And then you got Paul Heyman, this used car salesman looking motherfucker who got the gift of gab, and Brock just sitting there, and he just doing this back and forth the whole time, ready to knock your fucking head
like
off.
seeing the manager get their ass whooped from time to time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I like about Don Callis, because Don Callis is a throwback to that old school way of management. You talk shit, you try to help your people out, and then damn, hold on, women, no, I'm just an innocent bystander. Then you get your ass whooped. You play your role, you play your part. It's not hard to do as long if the talent is there. The mouthpiece is just a mouthpiece for the world. There's got to be plenty of people who can talk shit in wrestling that want to talk shit. Come talk shit.
You know what I say? That's where I give AEW credit, because I feel like if it's one thing AEW does, if they don't have anything for you as a singles, they try to put you in some type of group, faction, trio, whatever. And then they also try to put people who can talk, whether they're current superstars, former superstars, legends. Like we had Jake the Snake and everybody come in and out, William Regal at one point. I believe TK to a degree is trying to bring back the manager. Like you said, with Nana, with Callis, and we had a few other people but I just feel like that's what's missing. Signs in the crowd, which we finally getting back, and legitimate managers, not managers.
And real intros, and not none of this bullshit as this big ass names of damn people coming out. I want video packaging intros like we used to get.
Hey, somebody else said the same thing too. They were like, bro, like wrestling ain't been the same since they started putting names on the screens. And that's the truth, bro, because everybody used to have such unique video screens when they came out. Like with Eddie with the whole live cheat. On his tight try, you got him and Chavo bouncing the low rider. Then they in the back of some old lady's pool, and they up there stealing fucking money from the dude at the house. Bro, like it was like, bro, I remember the intro more than the matches. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, Hangman Page, and that's what I love. When him and Swerve was really going at it. You remember when Hangman said, "Swerve house on fire," and he came out those couple weeks, in the video screen was him.
That's still his intro. That was his intro for the longest. It's still his intro, man. It's like it's a whole bunch of silhouettes of him, and so it's like for certain people, it's the whole theme of the theme music. It's not just you just coming out and it's just a big ass Balor, Roman, Ripley. That's it. Like, hey, man, you gotta add some pizzazz to that shit, man. That's up a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh man, yeah. We definitely gotta talk about that. Cause I remember Rey Mysterio when he used to jump up through the stage, and his backdrop used to be the different masks that he wore throughout the years.
The different masks and the matches, and him doing the 619, and then him doing whole stuff, and then
West Coast pop.
You see some of the stuff when he was in the video with him and Conan in it. Like, man, we used to see a whole bunch of stuff in this video, and man, it's like, bro, there's little things that are just like that just made it feel what it is to us, man. That's special, and I wish they would get back to some of that. Again, you can do new stuff. You can do some of the old school ways in a newer form. It is not like you got to get rid of everything. It's not like a lot of that stuff that worked then couldn't work now. It's just, man, do you understand enough to how to make it work? You understand the business and how you can make this thing work for you. Something that worked for somebody so long ago can work now.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about that, because so the rumor is, and it's actually starting to become more of a fact, that WWE, they're looking into getting mainstream artists to do music again. So you
Well, they signed Metro Boomin. I seen that.
Oh, Metro Boomin. You got Tool, who did the theme for Penta and Ray Phoenix. So you got them. And then, you had Limp Bizkit back in the day. They were known to do stuff for Taker and things like that. So WWE, the issue was, the licensing of the music. Especially, the red tape you got to go through. Yeah, it's the red tape you gotta go. Dude, we seen how much TK had to pay for fucking Anarchy in the Arena, and that was just for one show, So I can imagine how much that is probably every single fucking Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view package. But that's what WWE got the money. Y'all told about if y'all could afford to pay that shit back in that.
No. They're $3 billion in debt.
But okay, but here's the thing: how much of that is WWE's fault, and how much of that was TKO? I mean, UFC in Endeavor before that, and then they try to use WWE's ticket prices to offset that. Well, guess what? You got to spend money to make money, motherfucker. I'm tired of watching the Royal Rumble and not knowing who the fuck coming out until they halfway down the ramp. Like the fact that I can only tell Tiffany Stratton's theme song is if she just say it's Tiffany time. Outside of that, her theme song is very generic, and it's not just her.
A lot of people. That's why I said, man. Like, what happened to the real theme?
Like Jay Uso. If it wasn't, think about it. That's all he says. If you didn't have that,
but it's him coming through the crowd. That's the difference for him.
Yeah,
that's what makes his thing stands out. He's coming through the crowd. Yo, you got the crowd going high. Hey, yo, hit my music. Uso. And then you got the crowd going crazy, and the crowd going over there, and so you got crowd participation.
Right.
That's totally different than anything else. Like that's the only reason why that sticks out more.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. But nah, man, you know what's crazy, dude? So I know we ain't doing shows on Fridays for a while, so they can cut that shit down to fucking 2 hours.
Oh man, look, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was gonna talk to you about it off the air. Because of the truth and seeing the thing, like just to see how that may turn out. Plus, they kind of got some nice little matches because they got all the finals matches for the tournament. They got them this Friday because everything's coming up next week.
Is it next week?
Or the week after, or a week from Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
So they're gonna be tying up everything, but we was gonna talk about that. We I don't know. We're gonna see how your week is gonna be for you.
Man, bro, I'm off.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. The Sandman shows up when the fuck he shows up.
Hey, that is very true.
That don't mean a goddamn thing. So, let's have that conversation off the air. I don't know. People or something.
No, for sure. But hell yeah. But no, we definitely I definitely want to get a show in about managers as well. Because I really want to dive deeper to that conversation.
I mean, we can just shoot from the hip whenever, man. The people like when we just come on whenever. So so it is what it is. But man, we're gonna do our 1-2 for Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Grand Slam this week. I think that's what it is. Grand Slam Mexico is this week. Now I don't know if it's 4 hours. I don't think it's 4 hours. I think it's just 2 hours.
I hope not, man. I hope not. I could do a 4 hour every now and again, bro. But it's like, bro, coming off of fucking 2-3 pay-per-views in a row between AEW, WWE, NXT. Then they want to partner
2 4-hour shows you've been putting on middle of the week, back to back. Yeah.
And that's the thing, bro. You got the nerve to put a 4 hour fucking Dynamite on before a 3 hour SmackDown. Like, oh hell no. I ain't watching all this shit.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I'm hoping Wednesday is just a couple of hours. That way we can come on, we can talk about it. We can do our 1-2.
Hell yeah.
Our party like we normally do. And then, we'll talk about Friday. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's right now, man. Hey, We're gearing up for King of the Ring. I mean, no, not King of the Ring. Well, King and Queen of the Ring, but it's Night of Champions, which will culminate the King and Queen of the
Which I'm excited. Hey, you know what I realized? Hey, bro, why we got the same color on, red and black?
Ring. Because it's Monday Night Raw.
I didn't even think
It's
about
Raw,
that,
baby.
man.
It's Raw.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, you
It's
remote
the
viewing?
Black Party, as you can see. It's the Black
Hey, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you been hacking into my computer cameras, man. I don't know.
Nah, I ain't that. Nah, you know I ain't that savvy. Why you the engineer? That's why you the engineer. You ain't got to worry about none of that. You ain't got to worry about that for me.
Let's use the term engineer very loosely. I know how to work about 4 buttons very well.
Hey, that's 4 more than me, my sir. That's 4 more than me. So
Oh man, my
I,
boy said engineer, more like computer tapper.
man, look. Your tapping skills are better than mine. Um,
Oh,
but nah, man, we always it's always a good time to sit here and shoot people, man. Monday was cool. It was all right, man. We're gonna see what comes of it. I think Valkyria might turn heel. It might be a little something different for her. Maybe her and Becky team up. She'll see the light and join team with Bex, and Becky will have a new protege, and they'll go after the tag team titles while Bailey, I don't know, Bailey will just do Bailey shit, and Rhea Ripley will just be Rhea Ripley, and then Liv Morgan, depending on how bad her elbow injury is or her shoulder injury, go from there. And yeah, Roxanne gonna be Roxanne. Ain't seen Julia in 2 weeks. Wondering what's up with her. Where she's at. Julia. Star. But again, it's early. It's early.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Just we gotta really just gotta really sit back and just kind of watch how things are going to develop over the next month or so till we get to SummerSlam. I think that's because right now they're giving us little stuff because we got United Champions coming up, and they're doing the Women's Evolution pay-per-view. I just feel like they're trying to do a lot in a short amount of time, and it's just not. There's just not enough breath to breathe to let stuff really develop and really take over the way it should. So by the
Yeah.
time we get to some of these things, it just doesn't have what it needs, and you're just really going off namesake. Because at this point, that's really what a lot of what WWE has been doing. It's been a lot of just namesake of
Yeah.
this person. Like, I'm sorry, Gunther versus Goldberg. What is that other than a last proper retire? Bro, you didn't had your retirement match. When you almost
Right.
killed the Undertaker, that was it for you. That was it. that was it. There was nothing else. There was nothing else for you to do. You didn't came back. You didn't crush 2 people's careers. Taking back their damn taking away the championship from them. Neither man held the title for damn near 10 years. One man then passed away, the other one is injured and out. Bro, you didn't had your last run. There ain't nothing about you I want to see. There's nothing about Goldberg versus Gunther I want to see. Not whatsoever. I don't need to see the intro. I don't need to see the music. I don't need to see none of it. And I don't
My
need to see it on Saturday Night Main Event.
my boy said you came back and almost killed the Undertaker, which could not be any more correct.
Like, what more do you need to properly retire from?
Oh.
Whatever, man. Whatever. So let's hurry up and get to the 12th. At least for that aspect to get that shit over. I hope that starts the show. So we can be over.
So safe to say you're not a fan of Goldberg returning.
Man, not at all, man, because it's a waste. Especially if the only reason Jay lost it was for this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
that's it. Nah, man.
So
But you're
I guess
Well, I
there's
was
no
gonna say,
yeah that I
you're banking off. Well, no, remember, I was gonna say, but you're banking off again. You're banking off of old names, and it's
yeah.
like, God damn it, why can't you build new stars? Because you keep banking off of the old goddamn names. He don't need to be there. He don't need to be there.
This feel like Vince back in the day when he ran out of stars whenever John Cena got hurt, and he just started bringing back old motherfuckers just because he ain't had nobody to rely on.
Man, look, this ain't the time. This ain't the time for that shit. This ain't Goldberg didn't need. He don't need this. He don't need this.
Nah.
He don't need it.
Bro, his prime been passed by at least a solid 10 years.
Dude, 2016 was his last one. That when he came back to fight Brock,
Yeah.
and he had that was it. That little run, that was it. That was it. That was the last of whatever he had of greatness. That was it. Anything after that, it was just, bro, you didn't had multiple chances of matches and returns after that. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you good. Go sit your ass at home. Go drive your little cars, man. Go watch your son play football and be great, man. Bounce. See you. Deuces.
Nah, he said he want another belt, damn it.
Nah. Built your ass to a goddamn couch.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're on the same accord with Goldberg. No means no, but Triple H says no means yes. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. I'm the franchise. He's the king. We will be back for your AEW Wednesday Night Black Party chill. And you
As
already
long
know.
as it's not 4 hours.
As long as it's not 4 hours, facts. Because if it's 4 hours, then we'll see y'all whenever. Probably Friday. But with that being said, we'll see y'all when we see you. Peace.